Hey, John. George Stoya, Sooner Scoop. What has these past few weeks been for you guys offensively, and especially you reviewing maybe your season, but also just working on fundamentals? What has maybe the last few weeks done for you?
There's been a lot of self-scout, a lot of looking at stuff that we're good at, stuff that we struggle at, and stuff that other teams know, if there's any tips or anything, and just getting better every day. I think Coach Venables puts it in the right light. Like, we're always on a rise. It's week, I don't even know, 16, 17, I don't know. There's a lot of football. We played a lot of football, but you're always getting better, and there's people can say, oh, it hasn't clicked in 14 weeks, it's not going to, whatever. It's one day at a time. You get better, and you get better with the people around you.
Okay, we'll stay next to George. Mason.
Mason Young, Tulsa World. John, you talked about when you got here always wanting the opportunity to play on a big stage like this. Can you kind of put into perspective what it's meant to you to be here this season, playing for this team in the SEC, and to have this opportunity in front of you?
Yeah, this is a dream come true. I mean, this is everything I could ever ask for as a kid, and I kind of told myself that like a year ago. I've prayed for this opportunity. I've hoped for it. I've worked for it, and I'm glad it's here. I'm not going to take it for granted. I haven't taken the work for granted, the preparation, and it's awesome.
Jenny.
Ole Miss game on. You guys have had 5 pass plays of 39 yards or longer, and a few of them have been big cross-country plays, 80, 70, that sort of thing. But the amount of, say, 25 to 39 is pretty small. I think it's maybe 4 since that time. That intermediate stuff, how do you maybe unlock that, and how important could that be against Alabama and maybe moving forward?
You just keep calling them, keep trusting them and trusting that everybody's going to be in their spot. And I think when you call plays like that, you can't just call them every play. There's spots for them. And then I got to do a better job just if it's not there, just checking it down and just check it down. I play the next play. And I'm learning more about playing quarterback every week and when to take a chance and when to just play the next play, And I think it just comes with that, getting better every week and just, they'll click.
Okay, let's go second row, Ryan Chapman.
Ryan Chapman's just an aside. The first half of the game was kind of weird for you guys as an offense because you went up early and felt like it was maybe a little bit more ball control type thing. But what did you still learn from going back and watching your performance and how you guys can improve despite the game plan kind of being a little safer?
Yeah, I'd say there's always little details that you can do better to make it more efficient. There's a lot of third downs we just didn't execute. I think that's the biggest thing we took from the game. And I think ball security is always important. I think it's at a premium right now in the playoff and then the end of the year. And, I don't always do a great job of it, obviously, but it's always on our mind. And so I don't think we were being passive, but I think there's just more detail that we need to be clearer with.
Okay, third row, inside aisle, James.
James Hale, KC Sports Radio. John, some of the players said that you're spending extra time after practice throwing with your receivers, and you probably do that all the time, and we don't know about it. But talk about how much more confidence that gives you, or whatever you guys are working on, that it'll work on Friday night.
Yeah, I think practice brings confidence, and I've believed that my whole life, and just being able to do it, getting back to where I was, and I mean it's still a battle, it happened, and I'm always, battling for it, being real detailed in the way I throw, and every time the ball comes on my hand, feeling it the right way. And I think doing it to a point where it's just unconscious. You can throw a route, and it's going to be right on their face mask. You don't even have to think about it. So I think that's a big key, so you believe it when it happens on Saturday or Friday night.
We'll stay back there with Cliff.
Yeah, Cliff Rudd, Associated Press. I know you like touchdowns, but you got Tate Sandell. How critical and how important, can you put in perspective just how much he's meant to the offense
No
and
doubt.
just to the team overall?
Yeah, he's been huge. I mean, it takes a lot of pressure off of us. We want to score, and like you said, I like touchdowns. I do, and everybody does. But sometimes it just doesn't work out. They have a good plan on third down, or we don't execute, and I know, like, we run off the field, he's gonna do a good job, and him and the holder and the snapper, and they always do a great job. I'm really proud of him, first of all, for his award. I mean, he put in the work for it. He came here, and all he did was work for it. He's been a great teammate, and I love that kid, and I'm glad he's doing so well. But he's been huge for this team.
Left side, first row, Josh.
Josh McDaniel, OU Daily. John, from the very first time you met Brent Venables to now, what has really stuck with you? And just as you go this path ahead, playoffs, what really resonates with you?
Yeah, I think everybody says his passion and his intensity. I think I'll remember that forever. And he makes me a better person, though. I think the way he leads is I've learned from it since I've been here. He leads through Christ and through being more like Jesus every day. And that's all you can wish for in a man and a leader, because that's what we're all trying to do. And I think another thing that's so important is his detail. Like he's so detailed in the way his defense, like the scheme and how every play matters so much. And I think that's something that some kids might take for granted and, oh, it's just another play. But he doesn't let it happen, and we don't let it happen because it comes from him.
We'll stay there, Bob.
Per Isabella, Sooner Scoop. John, is OU and yourself making the playoff, is that validation that was the right move for you, or is that just an added bonus?
It's definitely an added bonus. I think this has been the right place for a long time, and I'm around the right people. Not everything has gone perfect, but all right. Not everything has gone perfect, and it never does. But I know I'm in the right spot because I have the right people around me who still have my back, and that's all that matters.
Okay, let's go to second row, Brandon.
Brandon Drum, OU Insider. John, what's it been like just watching you have such a youthful, talented offensive line, and Foje, EPL, Fasusi, but what's it been like watching them grow? What's your role been in that, and how has the last 2.5 weeks been so beneficial to them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've done a great job, first of all. I mean, it's so impressive. I didn't play until my third year in college. I couldn't imagine playing in this league in my first year. I mean, they're doing a great job, and they don't flinch. I think that's what's so impressive. Like, they just go after it, and they're like, all right, coach, I'll do it. Like, it's awesome. Foje took some reps at center because they want him to learn it a little bit, and it's like, whoa, like, he's doing it. Like, it's, not for any reason, but, just trying things out, but he's doing it, and he's just so good at football, and they're both, all three of them are so good, so talented, and they're doing a great job. I think just me bringing them encouragement, confidence, and I think that's all you can wish for. Maybe a couple things here and there. I don't know a whole lot about the O-line. I know where they're sliding and stuff, but they're doing a great job.
Okay, go ahead, Curtis.
Yeah, Curtis Fitzpatrick from the Sports Animal. Looks like you and Jaron Kanak had a good connection in that LSU game.
Mm-hmm.
How important is it getting him back involved in the offense and you guys having that connection?
Yeah, he's been huge. I think he does a great job of getting open, and then run after catch is just awesome. You can see seems like he always makes a guy miss and gets a couple extra yards. I mean, getting him just taking the easy throws sometimes and letting him run is huge, and I think it's important for me to do that.
Same row, Kerry.
Kerry Murdoch from Sooner Scoop. The run game, obviously guys haven't been healthy. Have you noticed teams playing you a little bit differently, down the stretch here, knowing that maybe you guys aren't fully healthy at running back?
No, I wouldn't say so. I mean, I know since last year I've been a key. My run ability, and any running quarterback is always a key. And I mean, they're gonna chase me out of my fakes and run, and there's always gonna be an extra guy on me. And I mean, that's normal. I don't think it's for any reason of health or any other than I'm able to run the ball.
How much easier does that make the offense when you do have the running game going, though?
Yeah, I mean, that's football. Like, you establish the run. It helps, obviously, to throw. And you see all these offenses around college football, they do a great job of it. And I think we do a good job. And, it's football makes it easier.
Okay, John, we've got a question via Zoom. It's going to be from Sean McFarland of the Dallas Morning News. Sean, you can go ahead. Sean, you can go ahead.
Hey, John, just kind of touched on it earlier. Talked about, this being the place you wanted to be, playing at a establishment like this. I'm just curious for you after this season, what has it been like, I guess, being the starting quarterback in Oklahoma and the lineage of quarterbacks that have come through here, and whether it's the spotlight or the pressure, what has it been like navigating that for a full season and getting to this point? Yeah,
it's been a lot of fun. I've learned a lot about myself and about what it's like, to be a quarterback at this stage, and it's everything I've dreamed of. It obviously hasn't gone perfect, but it's been great, and just to be somebody to put on the jersey and throw a ball for East University has been a huge honor.
All right. That's all our time. Thank you, John.
Thank you.